to finding calm in the chaos. I am Denise Sith, and this is my podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise, and there is no more chaotic time of the year than currently right now. How's everybody's Christmas planning going? Hanukkah planning, Kwanzaa planning, whatever the hell you do. And if you don't do the holidays, then I'm sorry. I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. Holy cow. Like, you guys, there's literally like in 2 weeks, it's Christmas. We have like 1 full week left of pulling it together. Am I ready? Nope. And you know what? I really don't care. I'm just so chill this year. I will tell you that I have decided that if I'm ready, I'm ready. And if I'm not, I'm not. And in all honesty, I had Mr. Sith put away bins that had Christmas stuff in it. And I'm like, wow, where am I going to put all this stuff? I have too many Christmas decorations. I know some people are like, there's no such thing as too many Christmas decorations. But you know what it is I think I'm evolving in my Christmas decor. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I used to have that I liked that I don't feel. It's not like my Christmas vibe currently. And I don't want to get rid of them because they're sentimental. So I'm just keeping them like stored nicely. And then like Peter can do what he will with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will not have to decorate at all with anything new outside of a tree. Maybe, I don't know. I'm getting a new tree too next year. I'm going to buy it in the summertime so it's cheaper. But yeah, I just, I had too many bins. I didn't put up like 3 bins of stuff, and like every ounce of my house is covered. So I'm just like, wow, I really had a lot of Christmas vomit. But yeah, so I'm not completely ready, and I don't care. You know what it is? I'm enjoying that I'm just doing me, Mr. Sith, and Peter this year, and Buster. I'm enjoying that I don't have to plan this huge meal, and that I sat down and I just planned what I know that we like. And I asked the boys what they wanted, and they told me, and I'm like, cool, I'll come up with a breakfast and a lunch or a charcuterie tray for us, and we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we went down and had a family meeting on Monday, and we literally hashed out Christmas Eve food, Christmas Day food, and New Year's Eve food in like 10 minutes. We were like, boom, done. Okay, cool. Next. Do you guys have family meetings? We do. We were skipping some, and then we find that it's chaotic when we don't meet. So we're making sure we have our family meetings. We normally have them on Sunday, but we were too busy on Sunday. And by the time we all sat down, we didn't think we could actually focus on what we wanted to talk to so that we have our full attention. We postponed it to Monday. There's that. What else is going on? 2024, almost over. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are saying good riddance. Apparently, it's been a crazy year. And I agree that it's been a crazy year, but not so much the same. And I think like that it was hardship, but more so in that it was of cleansing. I know everybody's been decluttering, cleaning, doing all that kind of stuff, finding yourself, doing all that. But over the last 4 years in reality, think about it, friends. In the last 4 years, if you are not going into 2025 with like a light sack, some light bags, do you prefer that word? With some light bags and a fresh start, like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just do it. And I feel like everybody's doing this. I feel decluttered, like in my surroundings, in my personal life, internally. It's spiritually, which is awesome because I decluttered all of the nonsense that got in the way. And I just focus on what actually matters. But I will tell you that this is something that I'm seeing a trend on. And one of the things that I did this year that was really helpful is trying to determine where, as I've been finding what path is right for me and following my spiritual path versus the one that I keep making up for myself that just simply does not work out. Like, stop, Denise, stop making up what you need to do when you can just follow your heart. And I will say that it has been quite the ride, friends. And I just want to share it. I have no place else to share it but here. So that's what I do. And you're either on for the ride or you're not. And I'm cool with either one. So there's that. But one of the things that I shared openly on this was that I didn't really understand where all my anger and rage things came from. And I mean, I do now, obviously, but so much of my legitimate rage issues, and I am diagnosed OCD, and in addition to having postpartum rage rather than depression. So where does that stem from? Like, why did I used to be like this little, people don't even believe me when I tell them, but like in 8th grade, probably maybe the first year of high school, I was this quiet, timid, shy, which makes sense, daughter of an alcoholic, right? Who is mentally and physically abusive. And so I didn't say peep to no one, but I got a lot of crap from everybody for being the quiet girl and the artistic girl. And why? I don't know. 'Cause people are people, kids are kids. And it's interesting that I look back at that and how sad I was. When I look back and I go through and I do all the child, development, make peace with your inner child stuff I did a couple years back, a lot of it centered around sadness because I felt not cared for. I felt unloved, unrecognized, unheard. Okay. And over time, that sadness, okay, as you heal. So I was healing that sadness and becoming like my own person, right? Stepping into my own shoes, going through my own thing, trying to find out who I actually am and not like what I was told I was growing up. And then that's part of healing. And then you realize that you became angry. And you're like, why did it turn angry? Like, what is going on, right? And so it's interesting because I read something somewhere, and my notes, you guys, are crazy. I literally just take notes of things that either inspire me or hit me in some way, and then I jot it down in a notebook, and then I will put it like on a page, considering whether or not it is something that all pertains, like how close it is to stuff. And there was tons of stuff that I have jotted all over this page. I haven't, at the time of me recording this, I don't know what the episode name is going to be yet, but I'm trying to work that out. But I suddenly became like the sad, quiet daughter to the angry daughter. And I'm a firstborn, so I'm very outspoken and I'm very independent. I will always do like my own thing. Like, I don't wait for people to do stuff for me because I feel like, well, number one, I'm OCD. No one does it better than I do. I mean, it is what it is. So I just, if I want to get it done right, I do it, but I can't always do it. So I gotta let go, and that's like all part of growth. But one of the things I read somewhere was about the angry daughter. And I do know that my family identifies with me being the angry daughter, even though I feel like I've grown from that. But there's reasons why they're stuck in that, right? But where does the angry daughter come from? Or maybe you're the angry son. I don't know, right? But she's the daughter that no one ever has to worry about because she's always been hyper independent, right? She's the one that used to be patient, empathetic, loving, caring, and understanding until it got to the point where she was drained, empty out, and crying from everyone leaning on her. She got worn out from all the responsibilities, from people pleasing to constantly adjusting to everyone else's needs and being everything to everyone all at once. And now she's always tired, frustrated, angry, irritated, and depressed, but she still shows up. She still provides. She still stands tall, but she's at her breaking point. She doesn't know how much more time she can take living this way. And she wishes that someone would show up for her the way she does for everyone else. Holy cow, people. If this, I feel like that was written about me. And if you feel like it's been written about you, I am so sorry, because that's horrible. But it kind of brings you into why you are in this angry mode. And I did a episode a while back about moms specifically being told that they're being angry and mean when we're just overstimulated, right? Now put that position and apply it not towards just your family, but towards life. When life has you or has repeatedly overstimulated, overleaned, overdepended on everybody around you, right? And so, like, point of view right now is basically, for me, healing was realizing that I became an angry person because no one cared about my sadness until it turned to anger. Then everybody was listening. Think about that. I don't know if you suffer from the same thing, but boy, when I read that, I was just like, stop it right now. Are you kidding me? Like, oh, that totally makes sense. I was like, it was a big eye opener. Let's just say that, right? But when you, there's some things that like snowball from this effect, especially during the holidays. Okay. So when you're not used to being confident, confidence feels like arrogance. So when you're growing into this timid, sad person and you grow into this angry person, okay, these are the labels that get put on you. Okay. So you're not used to being confident, but confidence, then you are confident, feels like arrogance. When you're used to being passive, assertiveness feels like aggression. When you're not getting used to getting your needs met, prioritizing yourself feels selfish. I suffer from these three things horribly. Okay. So with that being said, think about your comfort zone. Each and individual comfort zones are not always a good benchmark because it means where's it coming from? What are the behaviors that are causing you to feel that way? And I know as a mom, one of the biggest things is always trying to be able to balance, right? But at the same time, I will always give up something for myself to do something for somebody else. And then when I do stuff for myself, I totally deserve it. I totally need to take care of myself. But then I have huge guilt towards it. Huge guilt. And it's not okay. It's not okay. And I grew up in a time when kids were seen and not spoken, that whole Gen X era. And so it's very difficult to kind of feel like you want confidence, but you don't have it. But then you find it and everyone's just like, oh my God, she thinks she's better than everybody. Like, really? I finally got this going and everyone's now fighting back. And those are all things that you should consider before like you start beating yourself up. Because one of the things that I'm going into the new year, it's interesting because I always pick a word of the year. And I do it with a mission group of women that I do in this mission group, right? And I love him. I love this group. But let me tell you, last year I chose flourish. I mean to relish things around me, my family, what I have, my spirituality, my relationship with Jesus, all of these things. And I thought, okay, this year I'm going to do family. I want to be more ideally into my family, my immediate family. My extended family is a no-no. But just Mr. Sith, Peter, right? In my household, I want to create family moments that are more based on memories and experiences versus things. And then I sat back and I thought about the word and I went, if I choose that, I almost feel like it's, again, putting me on a back burner to concentrate on making my family happy. Even though you would think I would be happy. But when you think about it, when we go on vacation, for instance, to me, it's like planning for a marathon because I have multiple autoimmune diseases. So I can't just feel like every day we're going to trek all over the city of Milan or all over the city of Florence, because I might not be in a position medically to be able to do it on any given day, on any given morning, or it could just start that I flare up in the midday, depending on how much heat is outside and whether or not I'm hydrating. And so I don't know if I'll be able to finish the day. So I always go into planning our vacations thinking that I may or may not be doing all of these things. I may have to tap out and go back to our place to stay while everybody else does it. So I thought, you know what? We're doing family again. So let me think about what is something I can do for me, a word of the year. So that's what I'm working on. I haven't come up with it yet. I haven't come up with it at all. I wish I did, but I don't. So yeah, that being said, those are the things that we were talking about. I'm going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas and stuff like that and take a small break from our sponsor.
Hello, I'm Peter Sith, and I'm here to tell you about something you have to have for your kids. My new book, Popcorn World. Peek inside my creative brain and meet Dylan, an ordinary kid who accidentally finds a portal to his new world in his basement while looking for his lost soccer ball. Your kids will totally be able to relate to Dylan and all his emotions, trials, and big act of kindness in my story. I worked on creating this book over the summer with my awesome tutor, Dr. Peterson. She helped me guide me through the parts of my book, and boom, Popcorn World was created. Another cool fact, my mom does all the drawings. Trust me, these pictures and the story are super cool, but you can find out yourself by picking up a copy on Amazon, and it's available worldwide. So even if my family and friends in Slovakia, Canada, Scotland, and Italy can get a copy of Popcorn World, don't forget the name, Popcorn World. Available on Amazon now! Let's make reading cool.
Hello, we're back. We're back. Not we're back. I'm back. I mean, there's that. You could be back. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're still on your bathroom run. Maybe you decide you didn't want to listen to the second half. You do you. I'm feisty today. I just feel like I'm feisty. You guys, I need prayers because this is a random thought. I have a crochet project that I'm working on for someone for Christmas, and I'm only about a third of the way done. And it needs to be done in like 6 days. Yeah. So send me some good hooking vibes. You know what I'm saying? What else is going on? Food. I literally found out the other day. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I hope that doesn't show up on the mic, or, you could hear it in the final edition. There's that. I've read the other day that possibly by the end of the year, the FDA is going to remove food dyes from our food. What? Unbelievable. You guys, I'm just going to tell you this way, my friends. I know some of you aren't happy with the next administration. I really just don't care. At this point, I'm going to live my life, and I'm not going to let my life and my family and I'm 55. I'm not going to spend every waking moment of my life worrying about what administration is in. You need to be aware that you can still live life and have a president in office that you didn't vote for. It's actually happened for the existence of us voting in presidents for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I've decided that I don't care anymore. I didn't over the last 4 years. I don't going into the next 4 years. But what I am excited is about anything that could be a positive impact for our food, because it is going to be a win-win for so many people. Even if you don't even care about what's in your food, it's going to be a win for you as well, because of how much you're going to feel. Your body is going to be better just bringing in fuel that is not garbage. You know what I'm saying? There's still going to be garbage out there. But why are we eating, Fruit Loops with every dye known to man and neurodisruptors when it's commonly sold in other countries, but without all of those things? Why? It seems to me like that would be a waste of money for the corporation, but it's really not. When you back it into who's really making money in the long run out of all this. At this point, my friends, if you do not think that the government and the FDA and the food corps and all the food giants and all that are connected, I don't know what to tell you. I seriously do not. Because it just doesn't make sense any other way anymore. But I had somebody who was just like, I can't believe that I tried a new diet and all this other stuff, and I don't like the word diet. I like lifestyle change, but an actual lifestyle change. If you're taking a pill because it's going to help you lose weight, or you're putting on a patch because you think it's delivering something to you, please stop. Just eat food. Please eat food. I'm so tired. Wait on the Ozempic. All the poor people who cannot, literally and figuratively, who cannot get Ozempic, their hands on Ozempic, because it's either too expensive or it's not available in their area because it's hard to get because everybody else is taking it to lose weight. Yep, that shit's already hitting the fan. Yep. All of the problems that are coming with that, I worry because I have friends who take it and it worries me. But you know what? It is not my place to tell them what they should or should not be looking at research-wise on the shit that's coming in from those. Nope. And there is no pill that does it. There is no MLM product that does it. There is no multivitamin that's going to save your life. It's a combination of proper supplementations for you. And you have to rock those up, people. I'm going on a tangent here, but I don't care. You need to change that up for you. My vitamins are not always the same based on what my body is needing at a certain time. And I reevaluate literally quarterly. I've had to change my vitamins 4 times this year. Not my multivitamin. I take the same one. I take a multivitamin from the company I like, but anything that goes along with that I may or may not need. So right now, I don't feel like I need anything but magnesium and my multivitamin. And that seems to be working for me. But I always have to reevaluate because I drink tea and whatnot and all that. But it all comes down to how you are feeding yourself. What are you putting in your food? What are you eating? What are you doing this? Where are you buying your stuff? That makes a huge difference. I'm still shocked people use Coffee Mate. I'm not going to lie. I'm still shocked people eat Doritos. If you know, you know. And if you are on here and you're like, what's wrong with Doritos? Just Google what Doritos does. It's disgusting. And I just can't. And if you want to continue to do eat anything after knowing what is in those products, then you know what? That's cool. But you can't complain about a lifetime of abusing your body. I have people all the time how I get this all the time. How do you eat so good, but you're still fat? Now, they don't say fat. They always think they're cushioning it by saying not ideal weight or heavy. I'm like, oh, I'm heavy. I'm heavy. No, I'm fat because it's really hard, number one, to lose weight when you're postmenopausal. Number two, and I love when 30 something people ask me and I'm just like, you can't even get mad at them. Anybody who's over 50, if anybody underneath our age, under the age of 50, asks, gives you any advice or talks about how wonderful it is because you just might not be eating right, and that's why you can't lose weight, but they can, just sit back and smile and just be like, yeah, I'm going to talk to you as soon as you hit 50. You're going to come and feel like a moron, essentially. You're going to feel like a moron. Because postmenopausal, multiple autoimmune, multiple injuries. So for me, I have an ankle injury. I have 2 knee injuries now and possibly a hip injury. I don't know. My hip's been hurting. My lower back's been hurting, but I think it's my hip. I'm hoping it's just off and it needs to be adjusted. And I just need like a hip correction, with some chiropractic, but I don't trust chiropractors. So there's that. But my knee definitely clicking, and my ankle that I got the surgery on to fix. And then I fell and I blew it all out. Yeah, it's worse than it was before. So again, cool thing. It's numb. I don't know, but there are factors in, I am healthier than Mr. Sith. He is younger than me. He is more active than me. But I can tell you, just based on a blood panel, I am way healthier than he is. Period. Just being able to do stuff around the house. I'm trying to think what the word would be. Just being able to do stuff, right? I can push myself. I'll get down. I'll pick up those boxes. I'll pull them down, right? Him struggling. Can he do it? Yeah, he does it. But then I got to hear him complain or like, oh, he doesn't complain. He's just kind of like, and like when he sits down, like, oh. And I'm always like, really? Like, I feel like that every freaking second of the day. If I walked around doing that, I'd never get anything done. Like, I couldn't even breathe. I'd be hoarse. But you can't expect a lifetime of like garbage of treating your body. And this is something else. Like, so someone told me that they tried something and it didn't work. So they tried like a Mediterranean diet, and they're like, you said this was really healthy and it would benefit me because of this, and this. And I'm not going to share details because then like it's releasing too much information. So, and they were super like frustrated that they had not like healed in 3 months. And I was like, wow. Okay. So then I found this and I was laughing my butt off when I read it, but I'm going to read it to you guys. So it says, so you're telling me that for a decade you binge drank alcohol and caffeine, took Adderall and hormonal birth control, pulled all-nighters, skipped meals, over-exercised, depleted all your mineral stores, avoided carbs like the plague except for 4 a.m. greasy drunk food, lathered yourself in poisonous tanning lotions before fake baking, put bleach tampons in your vagina every month, were addicted to chaos and toxic relationships, lived in moldy apartments, spent years performing, people-pleasing, and comparing yourself to the fake lives of IG influencers, and now you're frustrated that you're not miraculously healed 3 months into your health and healing journey. Amen. Amen to that. Can I tell you that when I was doing holistic nutrition full time, I had clients that would constantly want to know why they did not get results in 3 days, why they didn't feel better. I'm sorry, my friends, but you cannot physically abuse your body and eat yourself into 300 plus pounds and then think you're going to get better in 3 days when you did that for 3 decades. Okay? They said a decade here, but I will tell you that most likely those behaviors have lasted even longer, and you want to be miraculously better. It is a lifelong lifestyle change because you can always go back. I always feel like when you abuse your bodies, because that's what it is, you are what you eat is truer than true. Okay. You are what you eat. You are, and I don't like fad. You guys know I don't like anything fads. Yep. I'm talking about you keto peeps. That is a problem long term. And I'm also a person, unless you have celiac, I do not believe that people have sensitivities to gluten because they have issues with gluten. They have sensitivities to certain glutens or breads or whatnot because your stomach is in chaos because of the foods that you were eating and the lifestyle that you were living. If you repair and heal your gut, then you can introduce whole ancient grains. And everyone's like, but I don't want that. Because of course you don't. Because you'd rather have, a bagel with cream cheese and 6,000 calories on it from Einstein Bagel, rather than going to get like sourdough. You'd rather have instant mashed potatoes than go and make some really nice like millet. Okay. Because it takes more work. We're in this society that everything is so fast, and it's so strange. You guys know, over the summer, I love my meal plans, right? So we order the meal plans, they come here, and I will like assemble them and make them and all that kind of stuff. But in this season of fall and winter, I love to cook. And I just feel like that's when all the homey stuff happens. And I grill in the summer and stuff like that. But this is like, to me, the prime cooking time. And the best foods for you are legitimately the ones that are grown in this season wherever you live. Now, if you live in California, your seasonal selection is going to be far greater than my seasonal selection here in the Midwest, in Illinois. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I fortunately have the convenience of having a grocery community co-op grocery. I said that twice. And it gives me fresh, local, direct from the farm. I love that. So I have benefits. Not all places have a co-op, but I would highly encourage you to go out and find a local co-op near you and see if that makes a difference. But that is what we talked about today. I feel like this all adds up. Everything comes together. Looking to clean your house, clean yourself, clean the aura around you, the energy, the people in your life. You can clean those out too, for sure. Okay. Just being able to declutter things and going into 2025, which is legitimately 13 days away. 13 days. We got a half a month and we're going into the new year. And go into the new year with literally no expectations, except for to make you and your family's life more enriched, in a wholesome way. That's how we're trying to do it. We're trying to go in and just kind of appreciate each other as a family with memories and things and experiences, things through our experiences versus like tangible things. Like, I don't want, 6 bikes and an RV and, all this other stuff. Like right now, it's just not right for us. I don't want like a boat and all this other garbage. And we only need the car that we have and all of that. Mr. Sith has a car. I have a car. We use it. I don't want anything extra at this time. I just feel like we need to enjoy each other. And that's what I'm going into 2025 with. All right. I wish the same for you guys all. Thanks for listening today. And I guess we will, is this a Saturday? I don't know. It is not a Saturday on the 14th. So next episode will be on Wednesday, the 18th. And until then, lead with kindness and lean on God. Bye.